Hello! Thank you for tuning in to this week's read. These readings are valid for whenever you come to them. For this installment, I'm going to use the Tarot Grand Lux by Ciro Marchetti. Is it illustrated or something by? I know there's a website. My brain's going a little slow. usgames.inc. No, usgamesinc.com. There we go. You can see it there. It's on this screen. Feel free to freeze frame. usgamesinc.com. That's what's on this box. That's the tarot, the oracle cards, energy oracle cards by Sandra Ann Taylor. One of my more enjoyable decks, in my opinion. Use it a lot. Where is your... Oh, Sandra, I didn't get your book out, Sandra. I'm so sorry. Hayhouse.com. I believe it's on the bottom. There's also hayhouseradio.com. But hayhouse.com. If you search Sandra Ann Taylor, you'll find it. Are these the websites? Yeah. So here's more information. If you're interested, feel free to freeze frame and check that out if you're interested. I also use dice. I use a 22-sided dice for the major arcana. I substitute 22 for 0 for the Fool. And I use a 14-sided dice for the minor arcana, and I use a 4-sided dice to choose the element to match up with that. They are from here. The ones I currently use are from here. The Dice Shop, I think it says Math Art Fun. Can't read it. Math Art Fun, is that what it says? mathartfun.com, if you want to check that out. Hopefully you can read that if you want to read that. Alright, with that being said, if you'd like a reading from me, shoot me an email. jamesforastral@gmail.com. That's James the number 4, astral@gmail.com. If you're interested in the donation information, that's below, same email. And let's go on to your reading. Hello, Aquarius. Thank you very much for tuning in to this week's read. These readings are valid for when you come to them. So what do we have for Aquarius? Four of Cups with the King of Swords right off the bat. King of Swords can be extremely advantageous for Aquarius. Intellectual card, strength card, a leader card. I view the Queen and King as equals in tarot decks, in case that matters. So, are we about done? Okay. You got the Queen of Swords in the advantage position. Advantage position? Somebody's working to your advantage. Okay. What number is that? That's the 7? Okay. To everybody's life, some rain must fall. So, that's like popping in my head. To everybody's life, some rain must fall. Rain isn't always a bad thing. But sometimes when you want to go outside and play on the beach, you don't really want rain, let alone a thunderstorm. But every now and then that stuff's got to happen, right? This situation is going to go through its moments, but you're not out of the situation yet. You are Aquarius, highly intellectual. If there's a way out of this, you'll probably find it, and if you can't find it yourself, you know who to ask to get the help from. So, that being said, what is going on here is a great question. Because I'm getting a lot of fear in the moment. Kind of like, oh, that was not supposed to happen. That was not supposed to happen. I keep getting... I don't know why we're starting with the feelings rather than the actual situation. But they're saying, you're not down and out. You got this. Hold this together. You got this. This is going to come together in your advantage point. There's a lot moving in. Somebody's pushing in really fast at this moment. Somebody thinks they're going to control something that they're not. There's two different people here. There's one trying to get what they want and trying to change the situation before you can get your hands on it. There's somebody else waiting for you to step up so that they can help you find a way to change it back to where it should be. Or change it, maybe not back to where it should be, but to rearrange the pieces so that more people get an advantage than get a disadvantage. So there's a lot going on here all at once. There's a lot. I feel like there's a lot of commotion. So behind the scenes, because you're not privy to the whole situation is what I'm getting, other people have already decided what they want. Some people want out of the situation. This has been going on for a while. So some people don't really want to be a part of this situation and are looking for their out and are angling this to their benefit to get out of it. I'm not saying that's for the best for everybody, but some people are just saying, I'm going to find a way out and I'm going to take this moment to get out. It's almost like a jailbreak feel is what it kind of feels like. Other people in this situation don't want it to go, but want the people who want out to leave. This is interesting because I don't think you know that this is going on. This is weird because Aquarius is quite astute. This might be something where I don't want to be associated with these people anyway, so I don't pay too much attention to them. Might be one of those things, just to be fair. So if you're not really realizing this is going on, it may be because it's kind of like, yeah, I don't care what they're doing. It may be one of those things. It's fine. Some people are more than happy to see certain people go. Other people want to go. That's fine. This has to realign itself. This thing has to it's kind of like we have to get rid of the pieces that don't work, and then we have to, reorder, re-put things in order. It's kind of like reminding me of a crayon box, where it's kind of like somebody who they have almost every other color in the rainbow, but they're like, well, I don't really want the fluorescents and I don't want the pastels. I just want the regular colors. So the fluorescents and the pastels are leaving. And then once they're all gone, we got to put everything back in order so that there's not wasted space. That's kind of how this feels to me. Okay, that's fine. This is, I think, what's causing the whole situation to change. And you're like, I didn't really want this to happen this way. Like, what's going on? I don't understand what's going on. People behind the scenes are pulling strings, and they're changing the order, and they're changing who's here and who's not. And you're feeling like you're kind of stuck. Like, I don't know what to do. Am I getting kicked out too? I know I'm not a pastel, I'm not a fluorescent, but I'm an earth tone. You're not an earth tone, you're air. But we're just going to say, I'm not a part of those two groups that got kicked out, but, like, is my group going to get kicked out too? Like, what's going to happen here? I don't understand what's going on. Why is this happening? I feel like you probably weren't paying attention to certain people you don't like anyway. Probably something like that. Or it's not even that you don't like them, but you don't have any, you don't want to know what they're doing. You don't care. You don't care what they're doing. You just don't care. That's what I'm getting. If you didn't know. Maybe you just don't care. This is all happening. This is all reforming. Everything is reforming. People want you to be a part of this, and people are waiting for the situation to go more to your advantage. All right, so what's the next unknown thing? There's only one unknown. I don't know. The next unknown thing. With things being reformed, there's some very positive, pleasant energy here. There's people kind of like, all right, now that we got rid of the pieces we don't want here, we got rid of this and got rid of that. They don't fit in this situation. For some reason, if we're going to equate it to business, I'm seeing it as like, this is weird that I'm seeing it this way, but okay. It's like if you have a building, right, and it's an insurance building. It's primarily for insurance, but maybe during some time they decided to build in a restaurant for the employees for lunch. So like they were owning a restaurant. And maybe they had another one where maybe they had another travel agency that they put in because we travel a lot, and maybe not just for people who have to travel for business, but for recreation. So we added two businesses that the same business owns. It's supposed to be for insurance, but we added a restaurant to help the employees. We added a travel agency to help the employees. And then after a while, they're like, okay, we don't want that anymore. Get rid of the restaurant. Get rid of the travel agency. Nope, we're just doing insurance. There's vacancies there. We have space here that we didn't have before. And it's kind of like, well, now what can we use this space for? And also, since we don't have that restaurant, maybe we can make, deals with other people. Maybe we can make a deal with a food truck or two to come up, and like so that people, if they want stuff, they can buy from that food truck. We don't have to manage or worry about it, but like we just, they can come onto our property and sell their stuff, and that'll take care of that problem. Same thing with the travel agency. Maybe we'll find some people if these people give us a discount, we'll create a group. Like we'll advise people to go there as long as this travel agency gives us discounts on things. We will create that. Then the space we have left over, we'll do what we want with. There's opportunities that somebody's like, yeah, we want to do different things with this, so we don't have to manage that or have that risk value. Creating a lot of opportunity, creating a lot of healing. It may seem very benign and boring, but it does open doors for you. The World coming in and the Six of Pentacles. I don't see you moving at this right in the beginning, but it's kind of like, I liked the restaurant. I liked the travel agency. I didn't realize we were going to 86 those things, but they're gone now. I feel like I'm kind of like, well, I don't know. Maybe I'll just bring in my own lunch and I'll just do what I need to do on my own thing. I won't worry about it. For a minute here, people are going to be stuck. Like, why did we have to make those changes? Why couldn't we just keep it the same? And I feel like you're looking at this situation also kind of like, I kind of liked it the way it was. I don't know if I really like that, so I don't really know what to do with it. Whatever these changes are, I feel like originally, when they first happened, you don't seem to be a fan of them. Again, I was seeing these cards: anxiety, stress. What am I supposed to do with this? Do I have to worry that I have to go? What's going to happen next? I don't feel like you have to worry, whatever this is. I think it's fine. It's just going to take you a minute to make peace with it. There's this energy here where I feel like I distrust, and I'm having a hard time letting go of the distrust. Your challenge is to not anchor in with the distrust. Keep your eyes open, pay attention, definitely. Maybe keep your eye on some people that you didn't think you had to worry about. Keep your eye a little bit closer to them. See what they're doing. That's a good idea. But try not to anchor into that distrust feeling, like as if the situation is against you. Because I feel like some of you might kind of go that way. Like, oh, is this situation against me? Doesn't mean all of you have to go that way, but some of you might. Their advice to go on this is kind of like, I don't know if that really had to happen, but it did. And just kind of letting it fade into the background, you're not going to forget. Realize that there are people who are very upset about what happened, and be aware of it. Be aware of the heartbreak in this situation. And there may be some of this that you're heartbroken about. Be aware of it, but don't let it run your life. Whatever's left here to your advantage, realize that some of this is going to your advantage and hold on tighter to that. Don't see the situation as angled against you, because I feel like I keep getting that. Some of you might feel like this situation is angled against you, and it's not. But it may make really good sense why you think it is. But it's not so much against you as in people are just looking out for themselves and what they want, and if it goes against you, they don't seem to care. That's its own thing. Because as it keeps moving forward, other things are going to show up in your benefit. The situation is in a few phases of renewal. A few phases, it's going to keep renewing. If you let it go to your advantage and you pay attention to what works for you and you get closer to what works for you, I'm getting that you're going to notice when things are starting to change again. You know that saying, you get more bees with honey than vinegar? Is it bees or flies? Whatever it is. You know what I mean. If you're kind of watching out and you're warming up to the right energy, you're going to see when the next change is coming, because it's going to get kind of quiet and stale. You know that quiet before the storm? That type of thing. This is more of the eye of the storm, I actually would say. Because there's a change, then it's quiet for a while, then it changes again. So it's kind of like the eye of the storm. Realize it's not going to stay that way forever. Warm up to what you want. And if you realize it's going to happen again, I feel like you're going to be able to see like, they're not hiring people over there anymore. Some people retired and they're not refilling those positions, if we're going to use business as an example. Or, they moved those people to a smaller room, but it seems like they would need more room, not less room. That's interesting. And they moved this other situation, which was a smaller department, into this bigger room. It seems like that's a lot of extra room for them. That's interesting. It's one of those things where I don't usually go into that part of the building, but people are saying some weird things are happening, so I walked over there. That's interesting. Why did they do that? That next phase after this, that can go to your advantage. You just got to know who to warm up to. You can make it work to your advantage. I don't mean you have to be buddy-buddy rubbing elbows with people. I'm not saying that. But, say a kind word here or there. Show interest here or there. You don't have to be tripping over yourself. I'm not saying that. But when that next one, you just know where to, you'll get head up. You'll get heads up like, oh, things are opening up. You know what? I like that part over there better. And that pays 3 times as much as I make now. Let me see if I can get in over there. Or that has different advantages, or that has different scheduling opportunities. But that next one over, that could be really advantageous for you. The world's coming in again. Just make sure, you don't have to be like buddy-buddy, because I'm getting this Page of Swords with the 3 of Cups, which is a friend card, but this is also like just staying close enough to know what's going on. Again, you don't have to be buddy-buddy hanging out every weekend. Keep that in mind. Because it is going to happen again. And there's more changes. The World card came in, but also the Death card. Like, there's big changes coming in. Blocks getting out of the way. People getting out of the way. You just got to know where to angle yourself. And you step right in where you need to go. I don't think it's going to be that hard. It's just staying in that positive energy, keeping your eye open, staying fairly connected with the right people, just so you know what's coming in. Again, you don't have to be buddy-buddy. Just, in positive connection. Every now and then just touching base, that type of thing. All right, I think we're there. I'm going to shut this down here. Hope that helps. Thank you for watching. If you'd like a direct reading from me, shoot me an email, jamesforastral@gmail.com. That's James, the number 4, astral@gmail.com. If you're interested in the donation information, that's below. Same email. Thank you very much for watching, and have a great day.